First Sunday of the 2020 NFL season, and already fantasy football players are frustrated with the injury report. Here to help provide some clarity is SI fantasy analyst Michael Fabiano and Ben Heisler. Fabs, we know Miles Sanders is out, so does Dede Westbrook, Mike Williams, and Kenny Golladay. Any potential people that could step up in their absence and get the job done today?
Oh, give me all the Boston Scott I can handle in Philadelphia against Washington. They struggled against running backs last year, and it looks like Boston Scott's going to get the full workload there. Maybe a little Corey Clement mixed in, but last year, second half of the season, Boston Scott showed some flashes, had two big games against the Giants, scored nearly 14 fantasy points a game against the then Washington Redskins, so he is a guy to have in your lineup. As far as Detroit goes, Marvin Jones is now a very solid wide receiver, too, as the #1 option for Matthew Stafford. And don't forget about TJ Hawkinson. Hawkinson was a guy who was drafted as a tight end 2 in most leagues, but with Golladay out, the targets could potentially be there for the second-year tight end out of Iowa to put up some pretty good numbers. In Los Angeles, Mike Williams' absence means, well, more targets for Keenan Allen and Hunter Henry. You're probably starting those guys already. And in Jacksonville, expect a lot of DJ Chark there. And maybe Laviska Shenault could show some flashes. We'll find out.
We will. All right, Ben, let's talk about some of the players that are active today. David Montgomery is active. Can you start him with confidence?
Yeah, I think you can. I'm not particularly concerned about what the Lions are showing on their defensive front, Kaitlin. I think the fact that Montgomery was pretty remarkable, considering that we thought he was probably going to miss the first couple weeks of the season with this groin injury, ends up coming back strong, practiced on Thursday and Friday. And the Bears really need him because there's really no depth at the running back spot. They have Cordarrelle Patterson there. They have Ryan Nall in the mix as well. So David Montgomery is the guy mixed in with Tariq Cohen, who's more of their pass-catching running back. So if they felt confident enough to go ahead and let Montgomery play for week 1, it means they're going to use him. So I think he's in that running back 2 flex category. He's probably going to get upwards of 15 to 20 touches. He'll probably catch a couple of passes as well. And right now, he's also their goal line back, and the Bears need to have some sort of a running game to let Mitch Trubisky be able to have some success at the passing side. So I do think Montgomery is in play. The Lions don't particularly scare me as far as the defensive front goes. So yeah, fire him up if you drafted him in fantasy this year because he is good to go.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Week 1, we are excited for. Appreciate your insight on the injury report. And for you guys at home, for more insight and analysis, get your SI Fantasy Plus membership today.